Once upon a time, in a distant land, there lived a wise and just king named King Alexander. He ruled over a prosperous kingdom where the people were content and lived in harmony. King Alexander was known throughout the realm for his fairness and compassion towards his subjects. In the heart of the kingdom there was a bustling city, and in the darkest corner of that city there lived a beggar named Thomas. Thomas was a man of humble origins, and life had not been kind to him. He had lost his parents at a young age and had no family or friends to turn to. For as long as he could remember, Thomas had survived by begging for scraps of food and coins from the passers-by. His appearance was unkempt, his clothes tattered, and his spirit broken. One sunny morning, as King Alexander was taking a stroll through the city to meet his people, he spotted Thomas sitting on a street corner, his hands outstretched and his eyes filled with despair. The king was deeply moved by the sight of the beggar, for he believed that no one in his kingdom should suffer needlessly. He approached Thomas and knelt down beside him. "What troubles you, my friend?" asked King Alexander in a gentle and soothing voice. Thomas, surprised by the king's presence and kindness, stuttered, I am but a beggar, your majesty. I have no home, no family, and no hope left in my heart. I beg for food and coins, but life remains a relentless struggle." The king nodded in understanding, and then he extended his hand towards Thomas. "Come with me, my friend. I shall offer you a chance to change your life for the better." Thomas, bewildered but grateful, took the king's hand, and they walked together to the royal palace. The people of the city watched in awe as the beggar, who had been invisible to them for so long, now walked hand in hand with their beloved king. Inside the palace, King Alexander ordered his servants to provide Thomas with clean clothes, a warm meal, and a comfortable place to rest. He then sat down with Thomas and listened to his story. Thomas shared his tragic past, his struggles, and his dreams. The king was deeply moved by Thomas's tale and decided that he would help him turn his life around. He offered Thomas a job as a servant in the palace, where he could earn a living and regain his dignity. Thomas accepted the offer with gratitude, and from that day forward, he worked diligently in the palace, performing various tasks and slowly rebuilding his life. As time passed, King Alexander came to admire Thomas not only for his hard work, but also for his resilience and kind heart. Thomas, in turn, grew to respect and love his king, who had lifted him out of poverty and despair. The bond between the king and the beggar grew stronger with each passing day. One day, a crisis struck the kingdom. A neighboring kingdom, led by a power-hungry and ruthless ruler named King Malachy, declared war on King Alexander's peaceful realm. The kingdom was ill-prepared for conflict, and the threat of invasion loomed large. King Alexander knew that he needed to defend his people and protect their way of life. He called upon his advisors and generals to strategize for the upcoming battle. As they discussed plans for the defense of the kingdom, Thomas, who had been eavesdropping outside the door, felt a strong desire to contribute. He approached the king with a humble request. "Your Majesty, I may be a former beggar, but I have been watching and learning from the palace guards. I have a deep love for our kingdom and a strong desire to defend it. Please allow me to serve in the army and fight alongside your brave soldiers." King Alexander was taken aback by the request. He knew that Thomas lacked formal training as a soldier, but he also recognized the beggar's determination and courage. After a moment of contemplation, the king agreed under one condition. "Thomas," said King Alexander, I will grant your request, but you must undergo rigorous training with our finest warriors. You must prove yourself capable and dedicated to this cause. The safety of our kingdom depends on the strength of our army." Thomas accepted the condition without hesitation and began his training immediately. Under the guidance of skilled warriors, he honed his skills in combat, learned the art of strategy, and endured physical hardships. Thomas's determination and unwavering commitment impressed his fellow trainees and instructors. Months passed, and the day of the impending battle drew near. King Alexander's army was ready to defend the kingdom, and Thomas had transformed from a beggar into a capable and fearless soldier. His fellow soldiers looked up to him for his unyielding spirit and dedication. The day of battle arrived, and the two armies clashed on the battlefield. King Malachi's forces were fierce and well-trained, but King Alexander's army fought with unparalleled bravery and determination. Thomas, now a prominent member of the royal army, led his fellow soldiers into battle, inspiring them with his courage. The battle raged on for hours, with neither side gaining a clear advantage. It was a brutal and grueling conflict, but the people of King Alexander's kingdom fought valiantly, defending their homes and loved ones. Thomas, in particular, displayed incredible heroism on the battlefield, leading his comrades with unwavering resolve. As the sun began to set, it became evident that victory was within reach for King Alexander's forces. King Malachi's army, disheartened and battered, began to retreat. The people of the kingdom cheered as they witnessed the enemy's retreat, and King Alexander's army emerged victorious. The war had been a difficult and costly one, but the kingdom had prevailed thanks to the bravery and dedication of its soldiers, including Thomas, the former beggar. King Alexander, deeply grateful for the sacrifice and heroism displayed by his people, decided to reward them all. In a grand ceremony, King Alexander stood before his subjects and addressed them. "Today, we have defended our kingdom and preserved the peace and prosperity that we hold dear. It is not only the valor of our warriors, but also the strength of our unity that has brought us victory." The king then turned to Thomas and spoke directly to him. "Thomas, you were once a beggar who had lost all hope. But through your determination and unwavering spirit, you have become a true hero and an inspiration to us all. Today, I am not only proud to call you a loyal subject, but also a dear friend." King Alexander then did something that surprised everyone. He removed his royal cloak and placed it on Thomas's shoulders. "From this day forward, Thomas, you shall be known as Sir Thomas, a knight of the realm. You have earned this honor through your bravery and dedication to our kingdom." The people erupted in applause and cheers as they witnessed the king's gesture. Thomas, now Sir Thomas, knelt before King Alexander, deeply moved by the honor bestowed upon him. The kingdom celebrated its victory for days, and Sir Thomas's transformation from a beggar to a knight became a legendary tale. His story served as a reminder that with determination, hard work, and the support of a compassionate ruler, anyone could overcome adversity and achieve greatness. Over the years, Sir Thomas continued to serve the kingdom as a knight, defending its people and upholding its values. King Alexander's reign remained one of peace and prosperity, and the bond between